afternoon. Well, heck, it's not even afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pawnee High School as it is time for I8FA football game of the week here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. We got Aaron on the camera, and we are here for undefeated 6-0 Pawnee hosting undefeated 6-0 Martinsville. And if you talk to all the procrastinators, that's not the right word. But anyway, prognosticators. There we go. I forgot an R. Prognosticators. The winner of this game, if they can remain undefeated, probably the number one seed in the playoffs as the Indians get ready to come out on the field. We'll try to stick around. We do have about 5 minutes of interviews with the coaches as we talked to both coaches before the contest. We're going to stay here and let you watch this because it is totally awesome. They got the horse and the Indian mascot out on the field as well. As we are ready to go just about here from Pawnee High School. And there goes the team on the field. And with that, we'll talk to Coach Baird, the head coach of the Martinsville Blue Streaks, and what he had to say before tonight's contest.
All right, welcome back here, Coach Baird, Martinsville. Long trip on a Saturday morning. You guys ready for this Saturday morning contest? It's an unusual time for a football game.
It is an unusual time, but that's what time it's picked, and we're here and we're ready to go no matter what we had trouble with on the bus on the way here, but we're here now on the field, so it's game time.
You get to take a nap on the bus and be ready when you get here, right?
There's no napping on a school bus, no.
All right, well, you guys like to play downhill. I know that Pawnee expects you to do that. That's going to be key, focused on the fact that it's just another game, even though both teams are undefeated.
No, they got their focus. They know what they want, and they just got to come out and prove it on the field. So we can talk all week about who's better and who's got the advantage, but when it comes down to it, when the clock starts, everybody's even. We got to take care of business.
You wanted to see who has the advantage. Who's going to be key for you guys for you to have the advantage on the scoreboard at the end of the game?
Obviously, we got to stop it up front, stop their run, and limit them to as few rushing yards as possible on their run, and then they also pass well. So we can't overcommit to the run because we got to be ready for their pass.
Who's going to be key for you guys offensively?
Offensively, it's going to be on our senior shoulders. It's their game. They got to decide that they want to lead their team to victory.
It's always fun to beat somebody on a homecoming too, right?
It is. That helps a little bit. Yeah.
All right, good luck today. Hopefully it ends up in a championship for you, but either way, we'll hope to talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll be right back after this.
And welcome back. Just missed the national anthem. We'll step aside again and let you hear what Coach Tolley from the Pawnee Indians had to say as we are just a few minutes away from kickoff.
Welcome to Pawnee High School here with Coach Tolley now. And Coach, the second time we've been here this season, both times games against undefeated teams. You won the first one. You're week 7 now, and they just keep getting a little tougher. Another 6-0 Martinsville coming in today.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big game, and it helps us get ready for the playoffs. We're a little over 3 or 4 weeks away from playoffs. So, 2 of our last 3 games are going to be against playoff teams. So, that's a good test where we're at and things we need to clean up to get ready for the playoffs. This is kind of a playoff game itself with the implications on the line with both of us being undefeated.
Yeah, the winner of this game, if you can finish the season after this, probably going to be the top seed in the playoff. Means a lot of home games down the stretch.
Absolutely. If you can have home games in the postseason, that just helps you even that much more. You have home field advantage. You don't have to travel some of those long distances you might have to travel when playoffs come. So, our team's ready. They know the importance of the game. I don't think we're overthinking it too much. It's another game, and we just got to take care of what we need to take care of and let the game unfold how it will.
I know everybody expects Ward to be your guys' big guy, and he probably will be, but there has to be some other people step up in these kind of games, doesn't there?
Oh, absolutely. Riley McElroy had two receptions, 2 touchdowns for 30 yards last week against Oblong. I think we had 5 or 6 different people score a touchdown last week. So, Ward is a great running back. He can make plays even when a play's not there. But we've got some skill on the outside, so I like the playmakers that we have.
What do you expect out of Martinsville today?
They're really good at what they're good at. I don't think it's they're not going to show you a whole lot of different formations and plays, but they're going to get downhill on you and they're going to come at you fast. So, you got to play with a low pad level. You got to be ready to be physical. And obviously they're undefeated for a reason. They're well coached. They're a perennial playoff team. So, like the last game you guys are here, we can't make those kind of mistakes, have those kind of penalties, because that's how you let a team beat you in a game like this. So we got to play our game. We got to be clean, and I expect a physical, hard-fought game from Martinsville.
It is homecoming. Does that matter today at all for you?
No, I mean, obviously, I'd like to win their homecoming game. It just adds a little bit more to the atmosphere here. But we've talked about it all week. It's just another game. Play our game, take care of the things you need to take care of, do your job, and the game's going to go the way we want it to go.
All right, Coach, good luck today, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Awesome, thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
And welcome back here as we're just about ready to go with the opening kickoff, as it's the public address announcer just said, sunny and 72 degrees here at kickoff. It's going to get warmer as the day works into the afternoon, but we're getting ready to go here with the opening kickoff of today's contest between the 6-0 Pawnee Indians and the 6-0 Martinsville Blue Streaks. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Aaron is alongside. Martinsville kicking off to Pawnee. Coyne is back deep for the Indians. As we get ready to go here. As a kick short to the right side, it's going to bounce out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Indians on the kick that went out of bounds, as obviously Martinsville wanting to stay away from the kick return. Saw a lot of that last night in our 11-man game I did at Illini West, and they actually took a second off the clock, which they should not have done because nobody touched the ball. 1st and 10, Indians at the 35, their own 35. But again, should be 12 minutes on the clock still instead of 11:59. Clock doesn't start unless somebody touches it. Expect a big dose of number 9, Carson Wart here, and looking to pass a little bit probably as well. Caden Ward, the junior quarterback, 6'2", 150 pounds. And we have a offsides call right off the bat on the Blue Streaks. It's technically the second penalty, but it's 1st and 5 now from the 40 for the Pawnee Indians. Wart, the setback. Handoff's going to go to him. He's got some running room to the right side. He'll have a 1st down and a little bit more near the 50 as he's rode out of bounds. Finally, by number 2, Caden Simons. Wart is going to gain 9 on the play. So Carson Wart for a gain of 9, and it's 1st and 10 for the Indians at the 40. Actually, put that about the 48, but we'll call it the 49, just shy of the 49. And again, another offsides as the clap brings them offsides. That's the second penalty on this drive, and a second 1st and 5 and as many sets of downs. And they moved that way back. That's a short 5 right there. That's like 1st and 6. Ward going to hand off. Ward will have it up the middle this time, and he'll go for a couple-yard gain. Technically, it's going to be a gain of 1 to bring up 2nd and 4. Second and 4 for the Indians at the 45-yard line of the Blue Streaks. 11:09 to go here in quarter number 1. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Two wide receivers near. Going to throw near side into flat. Caught. Will be a first down. 6-yard completion. That's Eric Bettis on the reception. Six-yard reception, second first down, this one by the pass. Caden Ward connects on his first attempt from the pocket. And 10:57 to go. Handoff will go to Ward. Nope, fakes, he rolls left. He's got an open receiver out on the left side. It's going to be another first down. Another gain of 11, and that's number 3 this time, Dakota Coyne. 11-yard pass. 3 first downs on the opening drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, excuse me. 1st and 10 at the 29 for the Indians. Blue Streaks with their backs against the wall a little bit here on the opening drive of offense for the Indians. Coming in motion. Pitch is going to come out to Coyne, I believe. He's got running room down the sideline. He's going to keep it in bounds. Step out of bounds, actually. They're going to mark him out. Nope, it's Bettis on the carry. And a flag is down. Looks like it's going to be a holding call on Pawnee. It is. Their first penalty. That'll bring up 1st down and 20. 1st and 20 from the 39-yard line for the Indians. 10:16 to go. Clock will wind. I want to say hi to the NUIC football crew watching. Brandon says, let's go Blue Streaks. Fake to Warts, looking down the left side, now across the middle. He's got an open receiver. That's Bettis again. And it's a gain of 9. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Bettis has 2 catches for 15 yards. Glad to have the Blue Streaks fans in the live chat. If you would like the stream, share it. Bettis in motion. That's a pass, actually. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Big play by the Blue Streaks. Over there, number 6 maybe, Gavin LaLoupe. It was Evan Seaman, number 7 over there. It's a loss of 2 on the pass. When they pitch it forward like that, technically is a pass. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Indians. As you can hear, a little bit of wind blowing. Kyle Leach, good to have you in the live chat, sir. Hopefully we get to do a game or so later this year together. Well, probably not. I hope we don't, because for your sake, that means that Milledgeville will be going all the way to the state championship game. But you know what I mean. It's always good to see you in the live chat. And whistle blows. Illegal procedure called on the Indians. I do believe it is their second penalty of the drive. So there's been 4 penalties, 2 on defense, 2 on offense, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 16. 3rd and 17 or 18. They're calling it 3rd and 19 after the penalty. So a long drive coming here. Thank you for watching there, Barron. Ward's going to throw it. He's got a receiver. It's going to be a positive game, but not much. Bettis gets the catch. It's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to bring a gain of 3. As Ward was running for his life. That's the 4th catch for Bettis, but only 16 yards total. It's 7:36 to go. 3rd and I'm going to call it about 15. 3rd and 15. Again, if you would, subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. If you're an I8FA fan, our goal is to cover every playoff game this fall, and it looks like we're on the way to doing that, depending on when the games fall, but we should be able to get most of them covered. I think all 8 is my goal in the first round. We'll do all 4 for sure in the next round, and then the semis and the championship game. So subscribe to the channel if you would. Ward's going to take the snap, fake the handoff to Ward. Rolls right. He's got a receiver open. It's Coyne. And through his hands, incomplete. Turnover on downs at about the 34-yard line. That ball intended for Coyne looked like at least it went right through his hands. Roy Sandberg watching from Cambridge. Congratulations on your win last night. There's been a lot of people looking for this game for sure. Looking forward to this game. I've been looking forward to this game since we were here for the Pawnee South Fork game. Aaron, it's his anniversary, and I want to give him and Sandra a prop for being here. Both of them here on their anniversary. Here's a first play from scrimmage for Martinsville. Trying to see what number. That was number 3, Adam Parcel on the carry, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Handoff to the left deep back. No gain on the play. They're going to give him 1. Looks like the carry by number 10, Gabe Griffin. I'm going to give him 1. They gave him 2. I'm calling it 3rd and 6 now. 3rd and 6 from about the 38-yard line. The ball's on the ground. The Indians are having it. They do. They finally recovered it. And it's recovered by number 2, Ethan Fulton. Handoff to Simons was dropped. And it's 1st and 10. First and 10 Indians, and they hustle right out to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 40. Ward in the shotgun. Ward is to his right. And another false start. That time on the far side by number 6, Gavin LaLoupe. 3 offsides penalties. In the first 2 drives, it's 15 yards of penalties, not counting the out-of-bounds kick, which is an illegal procedure, but it goes to the 35. So now we have a flanker near side, 1 wide out near and far. Single set back beside Ward. It's going to go to, fake to Ward, throws the flat. Pitch, now a halfback option pass, wide open, waiting on it, and can't catch it. Bettis drops it on a pass thrown by Coyne. That was one of those that was just up there so long, and Bettis waited and waited, and it slipped right through his hands. So Coyne throws the incomplete pass. And a tight end far side, flanker and wide out near side. It's 3rd down and 5. Ward rolls right, throws back to the left. He's got Dakota Coyne. He'll have a 1st down and a whole lot more. Down to the 25. Number 2, Ethan Fulton on a reception, a 10-yard pass and a 1st down. 4 first downs so far for the Pawnee Indians. Martinsville has ran 3 plays. They fumbled on 3rd down. 2 setbacks, 1 to each side of Ward in the backfield now. Trying to draw him offside. Can't do it this time. Handoff. Nope, fake. He's going to keep it. Roll left. He's got a lot of running room. He's inside. Oh, he stepped out of bounds before the 15. He stepped out of bounds before the 15-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. Caden Ward's going to go for a gain of 8. It's going to bring up 2nd down. So it's 2nd and 2 from the 12. Let me see, about the 15-yard line it looks like. Actually make that the 17-yard line. Hand off to Warts. He's got a first down. Keeps his feet moving. He's down inside the 10, make it the 9. A gain of 8 for Warts. Brings up 1st and goal for the Pawnee Indians. 4:41 to go in the first quarter. Cal watching from Edwardsville. Pawnee and Martinsville representing the South Division well. That's right, they are. So far, so good. Here we go. It's been a good one so far. It's going to be a quarterback keeper by Ward. Not a lot going on there. It's 1st and goal from the 9. He gains a yard or 2 is about it. So we'll see where they say it's at on the scoreboard. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Gain of 2. I'll call it a gain of 2. 2nd and goal at the 8. Or at the 7, excuse me. 2nd goal at the 7. Now they've spread the offense out. 3 wide receivers far, 1 near. Bettis is the lone receiver near side. Ward's going to roll. Nope, drop back. Deep corner, end zone, incomplete. He overthrows Dakota Coyne. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 7. Ward has already thrown 9 times. He's thrown 3 incompletions. He's got 37 yards. He's 6 for 3. Ward brings the play in for the Indians. Coin comes off. It's 3rd and goal at the 7. Fake handoff. Ward's going to be under pressure. Throws to Ward. Ward might go. He's got a big crackback block, and there's the flag. I saw it coming from a mile away. Look at the flag right there at the referees. You probably saw it on the screen, and Bettis is going to get the crackback block as that was too hard to pass up. The pass is going to be good, but it's going to stay 3rd down after a 15-yard penalty. A gain of 3 on the pass play. 40 yards passing now. Carson Wart catches his first pass. The problem for that is, or the bad thing about that is, I don't know that they really needed that block. Personal foul on Bettis. And it was a crack back block. I saw it coming. It was if I was Bettis, I don't think I could have laid off of it either. Probably could have seen it on the screen pretty well. Right as Wart went by, Bettis laid one on the unknowing Martinsville defender. He drew a couple flags, and that's one of the things they've taken out of football. You might have just heard somebody say, hey, we're playing football. That's one of the things they've taken out. And that's a big one. 3 penalties for 30 yards now for the – and there's another offsides penalty. That'll be big. It's 3rd and goal. It was from the 17. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 12 now. 4 penalties for 20 yards. All of them offside penalties thus far for the Martinsville Blue Streaks. 2 wide receivers near, 2 far. Ward alone in the shotgun. He's going to roll right, going to tuck it and run. There's a flag. A holding call is going to be called. The referee gets knocked down, and it's going to be a holding on Pawnee. No gain on the play, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 22. You heard Coach Tolley talk about taking care of the football and not having the penalties. Now, they could decline this. They are not, though. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 22 for the Pawnee Indians. Coach Tolley wanted to take better care of the football, not commit as many turnovers. They had quite a few in their game that we covered against the South Fork Ponies. And it's kind of starting off that way now. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. This string is, and there's Wart in motion. This little stretch has taken quite a while. Ward now is going to roll right. Going to tuck it and run. And he's going to get down to about the 15-yard line. Going to bring up 4th and goal from the 15. 7-yard gain for Ward. But it's 4th and goal from the 15 as he goes out of bounds. It's 2:56 to go in the first quarter. Nice breeze today, as we said. Sunny, started out at 72 degrees here on homecoming day at Pawnee High School. It was supposed to be against South Fork, and they had several other things going on, including an all-day volleyball tournament here at the school, so they moved it to today. And pretty good crowd here. 11 a.m. start from Pawnee, Illinois. Now Ward's going to roll right. He's going to ball all the way back across the field, and it is knocked away at the very last second. Can't see the number. It might have been number 2, Caden Simons, knocking that one away at the very last second. As he had an open receiver. It was either Caden Simons or Hunter Pitts knocking that away, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, 1st and 10 at the 15. Yeah, it's inside the 15. I shorted Ward a yard, so I'll go back and fix that. About the 13 or 14. 2 wide receivers each side this time. Now quarterback keeper. Looks like that's Simons. It is Caden Simons, the 5'7", 145-pound senior quarterback. Goes for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 6. It's the first carry for Simons. Again, they only had 3 plays and fumbled on the 3rd one. Simons short. Pass completed to Aiden Parcel. Adam Parcel is going to gain 4 as well. That's the first pass for Simons. It's 3rd down and 2. Trying to get their first down with 2:09 to play here in quarter number 1. Handoff up the middle. I don't know that he got there. He did not. That was Parcel on the carry. It's really no gain. I'll give him 1. 4th and a long 1 for the Blue Streaks, and it looks like they're in a punt formation. They're so deep in their own end zone at their own end at their own 23. Really would be pretty daring to go for it here. They could fake it, though. Here's the punt. It's not going to be a fake. A nice punt across the 45, but it's going to stop and take a backwards roll. It'll die at the 45 after it rolled back about 2 yards, but a nice punt as the Indians will find themselves 1st and 10 at their own 45 with 1:20 remaining in quarter number 1. I'll say hi to everybody. Josh Gorsom watching from Polo. Carson Ward, according to Kyle up at NUIC football needs 62 yards to surpass 2,000 for his career. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. Once again, if you would, share the stream link. Let everybody watch. This is going to be a good one, I have a feeling. We're at 1:20 to go here in quarter number 1. No score. Pawnee with their third possession now. They've moved the ball. They had first and goal at the 9 and then went backwards with some penalties, including one that was a touchdown run. Wart is going to run it outside. He's going to be slung around and brought down. He kept fighting, and that's going to end up costing him another yard or two. It was Adam Parcel out there making the initial handle. They're actually going to give him a little bit of forward progress. He's going to lose 2 is Wart. It's going to bring up second down and 12 for Pawnee. Wart had 16 yards on 4 carries. Kyle, I need to get you to a football game this fall, a playoff game or something up in our area up in your area that we're doing. It'd be great to have you on if we can fit you in. Kyle with NUIC football. Kyle Kampmeyer, if you guys haven't checked out that page, I know that you guys down south don't play the North Division a whole lot, but he keeps up some great stats and great things going on in NUIC football. So make sure you check that out. There's Wart getting his 2 yards back. He's back up to 18. It's third down and 10. Illinois eight-man football fans do a great podcast every week. Make sure you tune in and listen to that every week. Joe Murdian and crew do a great job with that. They do it every Sunday morning. I'm sure they'll have something about this contest on there. We're at the end of the first quarter of play. No score. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back here to Pawnee High School as we're getting ready to go with the second quarter. I'm bringing up the second quarter scoreboard for the scoreboard for the first time. We haven't done much with the scoreboard. We had some flags. Could have thrown some flags on there, but that's about it. It's been all defense with a little offense mixed in as we get ready to go with the second quarter here. Now Pawnee will be going right to left on your TV screen. It's 3rd and 10 Pawnee to open the second quarter. Ward looks right, rolls left. He's got Wart short. Wart's not even looking, though. He's supposed to be blocking, and that's essentially nothing doing there, as Wart probably had a chance to get a pass there. There was nobody open downfield, at least not that Ward thought he could get to. They're going to move that back. No gain on the play. Oh, they are going to move it forward. He'll get 2 yards. The ball's at the 20. The ball is at the 20 or at the 45. It needs to be at the 47. I thought he crossed the line of scrimmage, but they're going to say he didn't, so it's 4th and 10. And it looks like the Indians are going to go for it, trusting their defense at their own 45-yard line. This could be a huge play in the contest. Ward takes the snap. Nope, he's going to drop back. It's going to be a quick kick. No, he's not. It is going to be a quick kick. He's going to let it go. And he's going to get a great roll for the Pawnee Indians. It's going to go down inside the 10, near the 5. 1st and 10. Martinsville at this 6-yard line. Man, as soon as you saw him take those 2 steps back, you thought it was going to be a quick kick. Then he kind of Took a run. I thought he was going to run, but he did a rugby-style kick, and he got a great roll. That thing rolled from about the 30 down to the 6. And it's 1st and 10 for the Martinsville Blue Streaks, as they have not been able to put a whole lot of offense together. They have just 1 first down. Actually, they didn't get a first down. They yet to have a first down. No first downs in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at the 6 for Martinsville. Simon's back, rolling right. He's under pressure. Going to tuck it and run. And he gets that poor official on the near side gets knocked down for the 2nd time. Caden Simons is going to take it out to the 16, I think. See where they mark it at here. Gain of 6 for Simons. He's got 10 yards on 2 carries. 2nd down and 4. That should mean it's at the 12, if my math is correct. Simons going to keep it again. They spread it out, let Simons run. He's got a ton of room. Biggest play of the game, and there's another big crackback block. There's no call. He didn't level him. And Simons from the 12 across the 50. Well, no, he doesn't get across the 50. He gets to the 48. 40-yard gain on the play. From the 12 to the 48. Yeah, from the 12 to the 48. $35 yards for Simons and the first down of the game for the Blue Streaks. 11:27 to go. Into the flat. The pass comes. It's completed. Got some running room. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Knocked out of bounds. Pass completed to Gabe Griffin. From the 48, it's going to be a passing first down. He's going to go for 20 yards, actually. From the 48 to the 32, that adds up to 20, and with 11:19 to go, it's another first down. First downs on back-to-back plays, and what looked like a great punt and with continued defensive strength for the Pawnee Indians has turned into moving down the floor. And then here comes Dakota Coyne. The pass is completed to number 7, Evan Seaman. Fulton on the stop, excuse me. It is a 3-yard loss on the completion. $10:48 to go in the quarter. Kyle, I saw where you said, let's do it. Let's do it for sure. I'm in. We'll make it happen. Was a big kick there. You're absolutely right, Barron. Simons just got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Martinsville. Pass completed to Gavin LaLoupe. He was way wide open. Nobody. That was a coverage breakdown. And it's a 35-yard touchdown pass. .56 total yards, so 10:31 to go. Martinsville gets on the scoreboard first. Two-point conversion is no good. The run by Simons is stopped short. You have a touchdown by the Blue Streaks. The run fails. We'll take a break with 10:31 to go in the second quarter. The Blue Streaks lead 6-0.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back as we get ready to go here with the kickoff. Simons to Seaman for 35 yards. Run failed. It's 6-0. Martinsville. Pawnee a chance to get the ball back. And now it's an onside kick, and there's trouble, and it's Martinsville coming up with it. I believe it was number 12. No, not number 12. Number 2, Caden Simons with the recovery. And just like that, Martinsville gets the football back. An onside kick or a squib kick at 10:30 mark. And Martinsville is back on offense. $6-0, but the Blue Streaks have the ball back. Full set this time. Pitch going to come outside. Bettis coming up to make the stop. Carry by number 10, Gabe Griffin. He's going to go for a gain of 3. Second down and 7. Griffin has 4 yards on 2 carries. We approach the 10-minute mark. And this may be, to this point, the biggest part of the game for both teams, as the squib kick recovered by Martinsville after their first touchdown. They had a long drive. Now going outside, a big stiff arm by Parcel. He's going to be close to a first down. Going to give him 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. So Martinsville, who was expected to line it up and go downhill against the Indians, now doing that, but on the touchdown drive to go 94 yards, they opened it up and spread it out. Handoff up the middle. I don't think he got it. You're going to get 4th and 1. No gain on the play. That was Parcel. Still 4th down and 1. Clock running with 8:54 to go. Huge defensive play for the Indians if they can get a stop here. A big momentum changer if they can figure out how to get a stop. And Simons falls, but he gets back up. Are they going to say he was down? He was down. They say he was down when he slipped. Turnover on downs. Indians football, and a huge, huge turn of events as the Indians defense. Caden Simons drops to a knee, and the referee, the white hat, comes flying in, blowing the whistle, says that he was down, his knee touched. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line for the Indians, and that was a huge, huge stop for the Pawnee Indians. Martinsville's defense has bent but not broke, so now they have another chance to try to get the ball back for their squad. They held the Indians to a 3-and-out on the last possession. First and 10 Indians. Wide receiver near and far. Single setback to the left of Ward. Handoff is going to go to that setback. Keeping his feet moving. I don't think that was Wart. Number 33, Jaden Adamako. He goes for 11. And a first down. And another penalty. See if it's procedure. It is. It's on the Pawnee Indians. First and 15. They had some first and 5s. 3 of them actually, or actually 2 of them. The third offsides came early, or late in a drive that gave them a 3rd and goal from the 12. So it's first and 15 from the 15-yard line, or 25-yard line. Jaden Adamako again. He's going to gain about 7. He's going to bring up. It's going to be a gain of 7. It's going to be third down or second down and 8. Second and 8 for the Indians. Adamako comes off. I would imagine that means Wart goes back in. I don't see him standing on the sidelines. He took a little breather there. Couple big runs by Adamako. And it's second down and 8 for the Indians at their own 32-yard line. Handoff's going to go to Wart. He hesitates. Going to have a hard time getting back to the line of scrimmage, but he will get there. On the stop, number 6, Gavin LaLoupe. I believe number 25 also in on the stop, Braden Tresner. No gain on the play, third down and 8. 6:55 to go in the first half. Bettis comes in, Fulton comes in, leaving number 6, Riley McElroy. Third down and 8 for the Indians with 6:37 to go here in quarter number 2. Ward looks left, rolls right. He's got pressure. Now he tucks it. Now he's going to throw it downfield. Underthrown, but it gets over the top of a defender, and it's caught. I thought it was underthrown. The defender stopped. Bettis is going to make the catch from the 32. No laundry on the field. A 25-yard pass completion and a first down through the air for the Indians. Bettis is his 5th catch. He's got 41 yards on 5 catches. More importantly, the first down of the second quarter for the Indians with 6:10 to go. Ward throwing to the flat. He's got an open receiver. It's Fulton. He makes one man miss, makes another man miss, makes a third man miss, and he'll have another first down from the 43-yard line. 3 sidestep moves. It's a first down from the 43 to the 27. A 15-yard pass completion and another first down for the Indians. 80 yards passing. Fulton has his second completion. He's got 2 catches for 25 yards. 5:42 to go. Ward all alone in the backfield. 2 wides near and 2 wides far. Ward, he is going to tuck it this time. Puts it in the left arm around left side. He gets ran out of bounds. He'll get inside the 25, it would appear, down to the 24. A gain of 3. It's going to bring up second down and 7. They're being pretty generous calling that a 4-yard gain. I'll call it a 3, second down and 7. Once again, hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We would love to have you share the link. Let people know where you're watching the game this afternoon. Subscribe to our channel if you have not yet. Ward snaps his hands. Does it again, takes the hand off. Nope, he's going to keep it. Rolls right, trying to outrun the defender. Can't get it done. What pursuit by the Martinsville Blue Streaks. believe that's number 6, Gavin LaLoop. Ward is going to be brought down. Oh, Parcel, number 3, tracks him down. Ward loses through. No, they're going to. He actually lost 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8 for Pawnee. Right on the 25-yard line. 4:50 to go in the first half. 6-0 Martinsville. A 94-yard drive with a few big runs and a huge pass play. And a timeout's going to be called by Martinsville. We'll take one as well. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live's I8FA Game of the Week, live from Pawnee, Illinois. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back here to Pawnee High School in Pawnee, Illinois. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Aaron is on the camera. I want to thank Sandra, who is here as well, for spending her anniversary with us at a football game this afternoon. I did tell her folks I'd take her to Golden Corral on the way home. That's going to be my gift to them for whatever that's worth. That's how you can tell you like to eat, when Golden Corral buffet is your dinner of choice on the way home. But we are going to stop there in Springfield as we head north, and this game is living up to the billing. I don't know, though, that it's living up to the billing as far as the points people thought they'd see. 4:39 to go. It's only 6-0. Ward on 3rd and long is going to get to Fulton. He makes another man miss, and he'll get another first down at Little Pier. And he makes another man miss. He's got blocking into the end. No, just short of the end zone. From the 25, it was Ethan Fulton, and he caught that well short of the first down. And, man, has he made people miss today. He's down to the 2-yard line, a 23-yard catch and run for Ethan Fulton. Make it 24, they're saying from the 1. 49 yards. First and goal at the 1. This is a second goal and goal to go situation for Pawnee. They went backwards the last time. Fulton and Bettis are on the outside looking in. Here's the direct snap. Carson Wart goes from 1 yard out. And the Indians tie it at 6. Throwing some candy in the stands are the cheerleaders. 4:26 to go in the first half, and the Pawnee Indians have tied it at 6. Two-point conversion run is good. Wart is going to get the 2-point conversion run. Wart gets the run and the touchdown as well. The Pawnee Indians find themselves on top, 8-6. We'll take another break, and we'll be back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
And welcome back here. As you can see, another touchdown, this time by Pawnee. And Pawnee has the lead, 8-6. I want to say hi to, I can't see the screen very well, folks. I apologize. I believe it's Rob or Bob. Rob watching from Champaign, rooting for Pawnee. Patrick McPherson. Hey, Patrick, one of the other guys from the I8FA Football Fans podcast, I do believe. And a kickoff is brought back to the 36-yard line. So it's going to be up first down and 10 from just outside the 35-yard line. Patrick, thank you very much for sharing. I appreciate it. Running around the left side. No gain on a play. A host of red jerseys there for the stop. Simons on the carry. He'll get 1 yard on the run. It'll bring up second down and 9. .44 yards on 4 carries for Simons. 8-6 Pawnee with the lead here with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. First half action from Pawnee, Illinois. You're watching the I8FA Game of the Week on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Simons alone in the backfield as they spread things out again. He's going to go downfield, and it's caught, but the play is blown dead. Illegal procedure. The pass was completed to the loop. Good pass coverage, but he went up and mossed the defender. But it all goes for naught. With 3:24 to go, it's going to bring up second down and 14 for the Martinsville Blue Streaks. They have had more success against Pawnee spreading the defense out, looking for running lanes. When they try to pack it in and go to a more traditional tight formation, up under center, couple setbacks, 2 tight ends, they have not had a whole lot of success. Clock is running after the penalty, 3:04 to go in the second quarter. And timeout going to be charged to Martinsville. I don't think I took their last timeout off. That'll be their second timeout. They'll have 1 timeout remaining. Mitchell Elder watching from Cambridge. Well, we appreciate you watching, Mitchell. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Timeout on the field. We'll keep it here this time. Exactly 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's 8-6. Martinsville facing a 2nd and 14 from their own 29-yard line, or actually 31-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 14 after the timeout, after the 31-yard. This is a second timeout charged to Pawnee in the half. Or excuse me, charged to Martinsville in the half. Pawnee still has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. So we'll see what happens here and what Pawnee decides to do if they're able to get the football back. Pawnee moved the ball early very well. Couldn't get it stuck in the end zone, though. Second down and 10 from the 31. Second down 14, excuse me. Handoff. Trying to hide it almost, it looked like. Was Parcel, and he's going to lose another yard or 2. Timeout charged the Indians. 2-yard loss by Parcel. He's got 6 carries for 7 yards. Timeout on the field charged to the Indians. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back here to Pawnee High School. Dylan Hughes is watching on his way to the South Fork game. Yeah, I think a lot of people were curious how this one was going to play out, and it's a tight one so far. Simons has got a receiver. It's going to be incomplete. And they're going to – what on earth? Are they going to call a pass interference or a holding? I didn't even see any contact on that one. I don't know if you can hear the coach above us here, but it's 3rd and 17. A 15-yard penalty is not a first down. Defensive pass interference on Pawnee. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 from the 42-yard line. And it's a little longer than that. It looks like a 3rd down and 4. Man, I didn't see any contact at all there, but I'd like to be able to go back and watch that one. Simons rolling left. He's got a receiver open. He's caught a pass, first down, and it might go. A block. One man to beat. Parcel can't get there. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. Bettis and Coyne, I believe, finally get him out of bounds, but he went from the 42 down to the 12. So that is 38 plus 8 is 46. Parcel with the catch. And how big was that pass interference call? And Simons is going to slip again, or he'd have had a touchdown. 2:30 remaining. Simons is going to gain 7. I want to give him 7. He's got 51 yards on 5 carries. 2:10 remaining. And, oh, how fortunes have changed here. Martinsville, a great chance to get back into the lead going into the halfway point. 2 minutes remaining. Martinsville gets the ball to start the second half as well. Simon's going to roll left. Nobody to go, nowhere to run, and he's going to gain a yard, it would appear. Gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Can the Indians figure out a way to have another huge defensive stop? They came up with one on the last drive after the squib kick was recovered. It's 3rd and 2. 2 down territory for sure. Simon's going to keep his feet moving, and he might get, I don't know. He might be stopped short, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He'll gain 1. 4th down and a short 1 for Martinsville now with 53 seconds remaining. Clock running here in the second quarter. They only have 1 timeout remaining. They're using a lot of time here. Traditional 2-back set. Split backs behind Simons, under center. And it's a delayed snap. Simons is going to get it. Can he get in? He will not get in. It's going to be a 1st and goal, but they're down to 26.9 seconds left. The final timeout. Well, they're not using a timeout. They're going to Caden Simons gets 2 yards. It's 1st and goal. It's only unofficially the 4th, and it's 20 seconds remaining. A huge defensive stand. It's 1st and goal at the 1. Simons, and they're going to call offsides, I do believe. 14.2 seconds left. It's going to be offsides on the Indians, I think. It'll be half the distance to the goal, which makes it essentially a half a yard penalty. We'll call it 1. 14.2 seconds left, and it's 1st and goal at the half-yard line with 14.2 seconds left. One timeout remaining. They have not used it, so they can run here, and they'll get another chance. Pitch comes out, and Griffin is going to go in. Gabe Griffin in from 1 yard out. Gabe Griffin gets the Martinsville Blue Streaks back on the scoreboard. A touchdown, Blue Streaks, with 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 2-point conversion coming now. And now a false start. So it'll be a long 2-point conversion play now. A lot of penalties here in the first half. We'll talk about that at halftime. Second or 2-point conversion coming from the 7 now. I think it should be the 7. Simons rolls right, throws across the middle. It's intercepted. No good. So it's 8-12, 12-8 Martinsville at the 10-second mark of the second quarter. We'll take a break. And we'll come back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The scoreboard is not wanting to keep up with me here. It's 8 for the Indians, 12 for the Blue Streaks. We'll be right back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And welcome back here as we get ready to go with the kickoff. Patrick McPherson. We appreciate you hopping in, Patrick. You guys have a great podcast, and we love to get all the action. Now another squib kick. Going to be picked up this time. It's going to be brought out past the 44, or to the 44 with 4.7 seconds left. Barron says he didn't see the contact necessary to draw the flag. I was looking at it too. I didn't see it, but again, I was watching it in real time and looking at some other stuff as well. So now it's going to be, what are the Indians going to do here? Are they going to try something, or are they just going to go into the locker room? Big deal here, because that score was huge, because Martinsville gets the ball first in the second half. And a timeout's going to be called by the Indians. As it makes you wonder when you see a timeout called like that, as if they had some sort of a trick play lined up and didn't think it was going to work. So we have 4.7 seconds left here in the first half. Another timeout called by Pawnee. Pawnee has one timeout remaining. I can't believe that they'll have a chance to use it. Once again, folks, if you have not listened to the I8FA Football Fans podcast, they have it every Sunday on Facebook, their Facebook page. Go like their page. Make sure you get to listen to what they have to say every week. We had Joe Murdian on the show, the pregame show, when we did the Amboy-Ridgewood game a few weeks ago. Ward in the shotgun. Going to throw to Fulton. Fulton going to run. He's got running room to the right. He bounces it outside. He might go. He's around the corner. Makes another man miss. And the ball comes out. And a turnover, but it doesn't matter. Fulton down to the 30-yard line from the 44. A 26-yard completion. It was fumbled and recovered, however. 26-yard completion to end the first half. Fulton has made a bunch of guys miss. .75 yards on 4 catches for Fulton, unofficially. As we are at the half. It is homecoming, but they announced the homecoming court at the beginning of the game, so we will not have an extended halftime. It doesn't appear. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a few minutes with some stats. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in the I8FA Game of the Week. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
All right, welcome to halftime here. Patrick Osterman with us, and we talk about behind-the-scenes stuff all the time. The guy running the board right now, kind of crazy.
I don't know if you could get a much higher title running the board behind the scenes of an interview at McDonough District Hospital other than our president and chief executive officer, Bill Murdoch. But we appreciate Bill helping us out.
Yeah, he's game to help with everything. I'm guessing your job has to be a little more relaxed now. He seems to be like a pretty good guy to work with.
I tell you what, Bill has done a fantastic job. You knew just how good of a person he was, having worked with him for the last 5 years prior as our chief financial officer. And when he was promoted to our chief executive officer, I was all excited about it. I think everybody in the organization was very excited about it. You talk about, do you need to do a national search? And our board of directors, I give them all the credit in the world. They listen to the staff. They listen to the community members and said, you got somebody here who knows what they're doing, is a great person, does a great job. He knows the community. He's invested in the community, and it's been a great 2024 so far. And we've got a lot of bright future, a lot of great things that we're looking ahead towards.
Well, it's nice because MDH has been so embedded in the community, right? It is always nice to have somebody at the top and throughout the system that's also embedded in what the community has to offer and needs.
Absolutely. With my job, I do a lot of community relations. I get out, talk with businesses, talk with organizations. And one of the first conversations I had with Bill when he stepped into that new role, he said, Pat, I want to get out in the community. And we've been able to do that. We've gone out and met with our regional healthcare colleagues, CEOs, just talking about what can we do together? Is there anything we can do together? Rural healthcare is tough. There's a lot of challenges we face, but if we work together, maybe play to each other's strengths, I think we can both succeed. And that's the best way that we can help serve our community, help serve the patients that we are here to serve.
Well, and improving your brand is always a good thing, right? Whether it's a hospital or TSSR Game Time Live, improving your brand is a good thing. Getting out in the community helps that, but also expanding your options helps that as well, right?
Absolutely. One of the things you always look at is clinical partnerships. If we can't get a physician here, is there another healthcare organization that we can do what we call a clinical partnership with. Blessing Health is a great example out of Quincy. They bring cardiologists up here, a pulmonologist. We have a urologist that comes up here once a week. So our patients in McDonough County, they don't have to drive down to Quincy or maybe Springfield or maybe Peoria. If we can find those clinical partnerships where they can be seen here in Macomb, it's just a win-win for everybody.
Well, last year we talked about expanding to Monmouth with you. We talked about the pharmacy. As we talked to Bill, the pharmacy is expanding, and I shouldn't say expanding, it's coming to completion. You've done great things, I think, in Monmouth. What's down the road for MDH? Are you at a point that you can talk about anything that's coming?
I think we just got to keep looking on how we can continue to grow, and that's been one of our focal points. We do strategic planning on a quarterly basis. We want to look ahead, 2-3 years down the road, but as we said, there's a lot of dynamics going on in healthcare right now. So if you get too far ahead, you kind of lose sight what could be coming right around the corner. So that's why we try to keep it more of a short term, yet still look ahead to the long term. Like we said, our biggest challenge is how can we continue to grow? We've been here for over 65 years. What can we do as an organization, as a staff, as an administration team to make sure we're still around here for 65 years and beyond?
As public relations guy for the hospital, what do you want to use this opportunity to tell the people that might be watching about MDH in 2024 that's different maybe than what they expected or saw from 2023 or before?
Well, as you just talked about, our clinical expansions, as you said, Monmouth, our MDH Monmouth Clinic, convenience clinic, sports med and rehab. We got great staff up there, and I think that's a common theme. I know Bill talks about this a lot. I 100% on board with this too. I agree 100%. I would think you'd ask any of our staff members, they would say that we got a great team right now. We do a great job working together, and I think that's how we can play to our strengths to help grow. You talked about the community pharmacy. We're excited when that starts coming online and how we can best serve our community. A lot of convenience. I think one thing that we learned from COVID, people love convenience. We got our drive-through labs, and now you got our drive-through community pharmacy. A lot of good things going on. Stay tuned. It's an exciting time right now in our organization.
Well, have some fun at baseball this weekend, okay?
We're going to have some fun. A lot of fall baseball going on as we record this right before the start of high school football season. I know we're going to have a lot of great football games. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this year.
We'll be right back with the second half right after this. All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the second year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year. As I said, because, man, you're way up the ladder. You're a high-end employee for me to be talking to, and you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah. Yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here?
Well, I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH, very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better to be a strong.
Add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're at home too.
Try to. That's a little different. You're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But yeah, no, it works out well.
So what's been the biggest surprise? You never had any ideas of wanting to be CEO. What's been the biggest surprise so far since you've taken a job?
Oh, I think just the loyalty our staff has for the organization. They want it to do well, and I think with that support has made this job so much better for me.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to me. It's always fun getting to talk to you, so hopefully we'll do it again next year, and we'll have new big things to talk about from MDH.
Let's plan on it, and thank you for your time and having me on again this year after last year.
Hey, not a problem. Like I said, you were the biggest fan I think supported video of all of them. So we'll see if you can continue that. Maybe I should give an award.
You think?
I think we should come up with an award.
Okay, you work on that.
Okay,
and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
And welcome back here to Pawnee High School as we're at the half. A little under 4 minutes to go in the original 15. We'll have a 3-minute warm-up, which, I don't know if we really need the extra 3 minutes today. It's warming up pretty good out here, folks. It was 72 and sunny at kickoff, and, man, it's warmer than that now. I don't know how warm it is, but it's warmer than that now. I'll take a look and see if I can figure out how warm it is. As we move towards the second half here from Pawnee High School. It's I8FA Game of the Week here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. So wait for the old weather bug to open up here and see what the temperature is. This old phone. It says 80 degrees in Bushnell. Feels a little warmer than that down here. Let's see what it says if it updates the locations. 80 degrees is what it's saying, but man, the sun is shining and it feels warmer than that on a great Saturday afternoon. Now for football, 12:18 in the p.m. as we get ready to go. It says last check here in Pawnee was 78 degrees. Sitting up here on this silver grandstands feels a lot warmer than that, though. Oh, it says 79 in Pawnee, so it's actually warmer up north, according to my phone, than it is down here. Let's take a look at some halftime stats as Martinsville has found their way to the field again. Not a whole lot of offense in this one, folks. Kind of amazing, really. A game that I know that Kyle Kampmeyer and the NUIC football group thought there would be a few more points. And I know the guys at the I8FA football fans, or Illinois 8-man football fans, thought there'd be a few more points scored, I think, too. But it's been pretty slow going for both offenses. Total of 17 carries for 67 yards unofficially for Martinsville. Simons is 5 of 5, no interceptions, 46 yards and a touchdown. He's got a negative pass or two mixed in there. Parcel has 2 catches for 50 yards. Griffin has a catch for 20. Seaman has 1 catch for -3. And Gavin LaLoupe has 1 catch for 35. Simons has 8 carries for 55 yards. Now remember, they only have 67 total yards of rushing. 55 of them by Simons. 35 of those came on 1 play. So you take that 1 play out, he's got 7 carries for 20 yards. Adam Parcel has 6 carries for 7 yards, and Gabe Griffin has 3 carries for 5 yards. For Pawnee, not even as good. It's 16 carries total for 59 yards. Caden Ward has 6 carries for 22 yards. Carson Ward has 7 carries for 19. Eric Bettis has 1 carry for 0 yards. And Jaden Adamako had 2 carries for 18 yards. He really was the most successful back on the field for either team. Caden Ward was 11 of 14, no interceptions, no touchdowns, 130 yards. Eric Bettis has 5 catches for 41 yards. Dakota Coyne has 1 catch for 11. Ethan Fulton, a guy that's just made everybody miss. He has got some sidestep moves. He's got 4 catches unofficially for 75 yards, and Carson Ward has a catch for 3 yards. Pawnee, the difference really in this contest, 6 penalties for 56 yards in the first half for Pawnee. That's what Coach Tolley said had to not happen, and they did it. 6 penalties for 56 yards, including a big pass interference penalty that was questionable at least, and then a big crackback block penalty that brought a touchdown back. So they are up 14-12 right now if that crackback block penalty hadn't have been called. Scoring all came in the second quarter for these two teams. Martinsville scored first with 10:31 to go in the second quarter. A 35-yard pass from Simons to Seaman. And the run failed. It was 6-0. At the 4:36 mark of the second quarter, Pawnee scored on a 1-yard run by Wart. Wart had the 2-point conversion run as well, and it was 8-6. Then with 10 seconds remaining, it was 1-yard run by Gabe Griffin. The pass failed, and it was 12-8 Martinsville again. After that, a couple key plays in this one. Some penalties. The crackback block penalty is huge for Pawnee on their scoring play. Martinsville got a 15-yard pass interference penalty on Pawnee, facing a 3rd and 17 that resulted in the last touch that ultimately allowed them to extend the drive and get the touchdown with 10 seconds remaining. Those were huge penalties. Pawnee used some offsides and some cadence work to get a few penalties on Martinsville. Martinsville finished with 6 penalties as well, but just for 30 yards. They're all either illegal procedure or offsides penalties for Pawnee or for Martinsville. 9 first downs unofficially for Pawnee. 4 through the pass, 5 on the ground. Martinsville, I don't know if I had to have missed a couple, but I have Martinsville for just 4 first downs, 2 passing and 2 rushing. It'll be Martinsville football to open the second half as we get ready to go. I'll try to update the scoreboard, get us to quarter number 3 here at Pawnee High School. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Simons back to return. as we are ready to get underway here. Short kick to the 33-yard line. We'll wait and see. I believe that might have been Gabe Griffin. Was Gabe Griffin from the 33 out to the 50-yard line. They'll start right at midfield. A 17-yard return on the kickoff. 1st and 10 from midfield for Martinsville as they start the second half. Once again, thanks everybody for hopping in. You're exactly right, Patrick. Some of the best games have been the low-scoring games at the state championship game. We did one Orangeville and Polo a few years ago. Our first championship game actually was that game, and it was a low-scoring affair. A 3-yard run to start things off for Parcel. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 from the 47 for the Martinsville Blue Streaks. Kyle says he's heading to Orangeville, West Carroll. 65 and glorious up there. I wish it was 65 here, Kyle. Simons comes to the outside, nowhere to run. Indians defense spreads it out nicely. And they're going to show a loss of 1. 3rd down and 8. Part of the red flood to stop that was Caleb Robinson, a number 77. He's a 5'10", 205-pound senior. Yeah, the scoring may be coming here. We'll wait and see. Simons under pressure, rolls left, got a pass completed to the flat, going to be ran out of bounds. Penalty marker, and they're going to call ineligible downfield, I do believe. The loop has the catch. Let's see what they call here. Going to wave it off. Boy, they shorted them a bunch, though. Holy smokes. That's a gain of 3. I gave him a gain of 4. Fourth down and 4. Handoff near side, and he's not going to get it. Parcel on the carry. He got 1, needed 4. So a turnover on downs, and that was a weird scenario there. I think they wanted to call ineligible downfield or something. That's what they signaled that one referee made. Then the referee who had marked the ball on the far side actually came up about 2 or 3 yards to talk, and they left the ball where the flag was and didn't move it back the 2 or 3 yards they probably should have got. But nonetheless, turnover on downs, and the Indians are probably saying, well, that flag for pass interference was about as good, so they'll take it as a plus. Ward on the carry. 1 yard for Wart. The loop on the stop. They are keen for certain on Wart, and he just has not been able to get anything going. Here in this ball game, he's got 20 yards on 8 carries now. Rushing has been at a premium for these two teams outside of for the quarterbacks. Fake the handoff, throw flat, incomplete. Intended for Fulton. It's 3rd and 9. Third and 9 from the 44 on their side of the 50 for the Indians. 9:14 to go. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. And he looks like he's offsides. I'm going to tell him to scoot back. He's good on the line of scrimmage now. That's Fulton on the near side. In motion goes Coyne. Going to be a pass out into the flat to Coyne. And boy, he gets stuck. A loss of 1. The loop and number 25, Braden Tresner on the stop. Coyne loses 1 on the completion. Checking in. Wart checks out. Checking in number 6, Riley McElroy. This will surely be a passing or kicking situation. Caden Ward is the punter, though, so we'll see. It's 4th and 10. He's going to take the 2 steps back. Do the rugby-style kick again, I would imagine. Nearly blocked. It was partially blocked. It's not even going to get to the 50. It's going to roll out of bounds. About a 5-yard punt, 1st and 10 Martinsville at the 47-yard line. Ends up being a 4-yard punt. It was blocked. It'll be 1st and 10 Martinsville at the 47-yard line of the Indians with 8:16 to go here in the third quarter. Yeah, first half's it's going to take a while for the two teams to get things figured out. Here's Simon's going to throw into the flat, incomplete, and intended for Gabe Griffin. Griffin was open, but Simons wanted to go downfield. I think he was looking for LaLoupe. He was covered, so he tried to go and jump it down in the flat to Griffin and left it a little short. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10 with 8:12 to go in the third quarter. Simons rolls left, throws it into flat to Parcel. Wart there on the stop. Gain of 4. Long 4, short 5. We'll call it 4. They said it was the number 6. So LaLoupe catches his second pass. I thought it was Parcel, but they said it was the LaLoupe. So that's what we'll go with. 7:40 to go. Clock running. 3rd down and 6 from about the 43-yard line. Hasn't made it quite to the 43. That's why it's 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 5. Into the flat again. Simons throws behind Gabe Griffin, 4th and 6. Should say he's at the 43. Not quite to the 42, that's the reason why. So, it's 4th and 6. Staying at the 43. 7:23 to go here in the third quarter. And it looks like the Martinsville Blue Streaks are on to punt here. Playing the odds a little bit are the Blue Streaks, it looks like. Of course, this is great fake territory as well. They are not going to do that, though. Punt, going to go out of bounds to the right. It's going to stay outside the 20. And it's going to be at about the 23 or 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Pawnee. Say on the 23, 1st and 10 for the Indians. So this quarter, very much like the first quarter, is Pawnee was able to move the ball in the first quarter, however. Neither team's moving the ball here in quarter number 3, but no points are being scored either. Ward rolls to his right. Parcel's going to track him down. He finds an open receiver. It's completed to Fulton again, Ethan Fulton. From 23 to the 38, a 15-yard completion. Fifteen-yard completion for Ward. 144 yards. Now Fulton's got 90 yards receiving. Handoff's going to go to Ward. He's got running room this time around the left side. Out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 7. Second down and 3 with 6:29 to go. He got ran out of bounds. Actually, they moved that back. He only got 6. They moved that back quite a bit. I'm only going to give him 6. Second down and 4 for the Pawnee Indians. Ward with Wart to his right. 2 wide receivers far side. Fakes the handoff, throws flat. Wide receiver screen. He'll be close to a first down. It is a first down. I believe it was Coyne on the catch. We'll give it to Coyne. 4-yard catch. First and 10 at the 48-yard line now. In motion. Ward's going to keep it. He's got a little bit of running room, but it disappears in a hurry. And a flag comes in. Caden Ward's helmet gets knocked off. Face mask. Ward's going to go for a gain of 2. First down by penalty on a 15-yarder. That's the first big penalty of the game on the Blue Streaks. 15 yards from the end of the run makes it first and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Pawnee Indians. Clock running, 5:28 to go here in quarter number 3. Two wides near, handoff fake to Wart, thrown in the flat to Fulton, and he's got what a tackle. Simons with a great one-leg tackle on Fulton. I thought Fulton was going to break that one, but he's brought down after a gain of about 6 or 7, called a gain of 6. That had touchdown written all over it, if not for a great tackle by Caden Simons, the 5'7", 145-pound senior defensive back in this situation. He's also the quarterback. 4:40 remaining. Clock running here in quarter number 3. Thanks to a 15-yard penalty and a couple first downs. Ward looks left, then rolls backwards around to the right. He's got it over into the sideline. A great catch, a little tiptoe action by Bettis over there. He goes from the 29 to the 20. A 9-yard pass, first down. Bettis has his 6th catch. He's got 50 yards on 6 catches. First and 10 at the 20. .426 as Bettis went out of bounds. Clock is stopped. Hand off to Wart. He's going to run to the left side where there was no defenders or offensive players. Wart gets ran out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 15. It's a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. 10 carries, 31 yards is all Ward has been able to muster today, averaging 1 yards per carry. He ran out of bounds again, so even with them running the ball, it's still going to keep the clock stopped as he got run out of bounds. So it's 4:18 to go, clock stopped here in the third quarter. Big possession now for both teams again as Martinsville has allowed the Indians to drive down the field, but the Blue Streaks face a 2nd and 5 for the Indians at the 15. Ward, hand out, fakes to Wart. Throws over the middle, and Wart was wide open. They faked the handoff, and nobody covered him. He went right down the middle of the field, a touchdown for the Indians. He was left wide open through the middle of the field. Nobody covered him after the fake handoff. And it is a touchdown Indians. They're back to a 2-point lead. So the 2-point conversion play coming here. 15-yard touchdown pass. From Ward to Wart. Ward is going to scamper in. And now they're going to get another penalty marker. What did they call? Illegal block in the back? It was out near the run. So it'll be a long 2-point conversion now. So a 10-yard penalty. Another penalty on a 2-point conversion attempt. It's a 10-yard variety this time. First penalty of the second half on the Indians, but it comes at the most inopportune time. Ward fakes the handoff. He's got a wide open receiver on the right side. He's going to find a thick 2. Number 18, Coy Clark, the linebacker. And backup QB gets the 2-point conversion pass. And with 4:15 to go here in quarter number 3, the Indians retake the lead. We'll take a break, a quick one as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back as Jaden Adamako about to kick off for the Indians, as the Indians just scored the touchdown. It'll be a decent return, as it'll be Martinsville football. Gabe Griffin on the return. It's 16-12. 4:08 remaining. Martinsville will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. That's been an answer back each time. We'll see if Martinsville is able to answer this time. Handoff up the middle. Going to give him forward progress. Caden Simons going to get credit for about 7 or 6. Give him credit for 6. He's got 60 yards on 10 carries. 2nd down and 4. 3:40 remaining in the third quarter. Ward has thrown the ball 21 times today. Simons saying a flag down. False start. A lot of penalties today, though. That's 8 on the Blue Streaks. Have 15 total. The bigger ones have been on the Indians as far as yardage, but there's 15 of them total so far. And pass knocked down by Coyne. A loop's pass was intended for him. Coyne knocks it away. It's 3rd down and 8. Griffin with the throw that time. Both teams pulling out all the stops here. Third down and 7. Into the backfield for the first time, sacked. It's number 33, Jaden Adamako. 7-yard loss. It's going to bring up 4th, or should be 4th, I believe, and 15. 4th and 15, and Adamako, who's had a couple big runs, breaks through unblocked and makes the big sack, and it forces a punt for Martinsville. Big time play as Coyne goes back to receive the punt. And he's not, I don't think he's going to be able to track it down. It's going to get a good roll. He looked at it, didn't take it inside the 20 to about the 19 or 18-yard line. That's where the Indians will start. Nice punt by Martinsville. With 2:47 to go, the Indians take the ball back after a big sack by Jaden Adamako. Call it the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 19. Someone needs Pedialyte, I just heard from the sideline. That could open all kinds of jokes for the rest of the football team, but we'll just leave that alone. 1st and 10 Indians. 2 setbacks. It's going to be Coyne with it on the carry, and he's got a lot of running room. He's at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Dakota Coyne. 71-yard touchdown run. As Coyne was limping much of that, I think he's got a cramp maybe. He was laboring. As you can see him walking off right now, he's asking for a little help here as he comes off. Look at him bringing the legs. He needs the Pedialyte. Coyne gets the carry. Penalty flag on Martinsville. Didn't even see the flag going down. We were worried about Coyne having his problems back there. "71-yard touchdown run." That was number 3, right? Okay. Dakota Coyne with the carry. 71-yard touchdown run with 2:32 to go. Throw into the flats. Warts. Actually, excuse me, Riley McElroy with the 2-point conversion. It's 24-12. Pawnee with the lead. 2 straight touchdowns and 2-point conversions. They go from 4 down to 12 up here in the third quarter. So, with 2:32 left, it's suddenly 24-12 Pawnee, as McElroy got the 2-point conversion pass. Penalties on the kickoff. Behind the play, a 15-yard penalty. Whew. Big penalty for Martinsville, and this could open up a chance at an onside kick or a squib kick, which could really change the game if the Indians decide to do something like that. Number 33, Jaden Adamako, on to kick off. Caden Simons, and they are going to do a squib kick. It's going to be bounced around, and the Indians have it. You had to see that coming. With the recovery, number 40, Lucas Size, the sophomore defensive back, running back, 5'9", 140. Size gets the kick return or kick recovery, and the Indians have it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line, and you had to see that coming, kicking from the 45. They had their huddle. They started to break out of the huddle, and then Adamako just squibbed it straight, and I don't know who it was. Somebody came up and tried to recover it, kind of did the right thing. They didn't wait for it to get 10 yards. They came up to recover it, but it bounced off the shoulder pads, helmet area, and it's a 1st and 10 Indians. Wart is in the backfield now with Ward. Wide receiver far, too near, into the flat. Coyne with it again. Makes one man miss. It's going to be tracked down from behind. He'll from the 38-yard line. He'll go down to 333. Going to give him 5 on the completion. Now, earlier when this happened opposite, Pawnee was able to answer and stop defensively the onslaught from Martinsville, which could have gave Martinsville a 2-score lead to open scoring. With 1:45 to go here in the third quarter, it's 2nd down and 5. Ward's going to look to pass again. Rolls right. He's got room to run. He'll have a 1st down. Oh, my goodness. They're going to call a hold. How do you call a hold on that? How do you call a hold on that? I don't get it. He was just blocking him. Man, I don't know about that one. He can keep driving him back. Doesn't mean he's holding him. He's got his hands inside. 10-yard penalty negates a 1st down. It's a 10-yard penalty. And he was blocking him forever, and he just kept pushing him back. And when he drove him to the ground, and pancaked him about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage is when the flag came out. It's second down and should be 15. It's about 14 though. Oh, Wart on the screen, and he's got a ton of running room. He might go. He hesitates, cuts back in. He's going to be tracked down from behind. But from the 42-yard line, Wart is he's getting a little CPR done to him down there. I hope that's not real for any stretch of the imagination, but it's going to be a 1st and 10 on the pass play. Oh, 1st and goal, excuse me. From the 42 to the 6. That makes it a 36-yard completion. 219 yards passing now. .38 seconds remaining. Third quarter.
First down and 6 yards to go.
Hand off to Wart. He might make it in. He will. Carson Wart, another touchdown. This is on the ground, a 6-yard touchdown run. .37 yards on 11 carries now for Wart. Gets another touchdown. It's his 3rd touchdown, 2nd on the ground. 2-point conversion attempt coming here. The Indians have been perfect on 2-point conversions today. Patrick McPherson will appreciate that. Wart's going to throw it, and that one's I jinxed him. I jinxed him. Pass failed. 30-12 is the score. Patrick, if you're still listening, 3 of 4 for 2-point conversions. Not too bad for the Indians so far today. You guys listen to the Illinois 8-Man Football Fans podcast. You know that's one of the big topics of conversation for those guys is with how the 2-point conversions go. The Martinsville Blue Streaks 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions today. The Indians are 3 for 4. That puts them 3 touchdowns ahead to this point. That's right, Patrick. I didn't even look. I just looked, but you're exactly right. I brought that up because we were talking about it, and it's definitely a big part of this one. It's added a whole touchdown to the mix thus far with 26.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. 30-12, Pawnee with the lead. Adamako on to kick again. Nice deep kick. Simons is there at about the 20-yard line. Griffin. I'm going to bring it out about 14 yards. See where they stop it at. It looks like the officials are on the 35. That's pretty generous, but 1st and 10 at their own 35 for Martinsville, who needs to get something going offensively. They have not had any luck on the offensive side of the football here in quarter number 3. They'll probably be happy to see quarter 3 done and see if they can change their fortune in quarter number 4. Again, spreading things out. Simons rolls left. He's under pressure. Big pressure. He throws it away. Incomplete. He's outside the pocket across the line of scrimmage, and I think there might have actually been a receiver there too. So it's going to bring up 2nd down on the incompletion. Might have just heard somebody yelling, "Where's the intentional grounding?" You might have just heard the announcer say, Cason Dunham, the junior, 5'11", 225, putting pressure on Simons that time. Got a hand on the jersey. 2 wides near and far. Simons alone in the backfield. He's going to go to Griffin. I think it's going to be a false start on Griffin. It was. He started forward before the snap and then came back here on the near side. Another false start. They're up to 70 yards in penalties. 70 yards in penalties and 10 penalties for 70 yards. 8 penalties for 76 yards for the Indians. So a lot of penalties here today again. 11.9 seconds remaining in the third quarter on the penalty. It was on a dead ball, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Thrown across the middle. The loop. Oh, he breaks a couple tackles. He's going to have a first down. He's going to go for a gain of 21. The loop on the 21 on the completion. That'll be the end of the third quarter of play. 30-12. We'll take a break as well. You're watching the I8FA Game of the Week on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back. The scoreboard is not updated on me. I apologize. I'll see if I can get that to update. Thank you, Barron. I don't know if I forgot to update it or it wasn't working. There we go. 12 minutes left in this one as we go to the fourth quarter. Pass incomplete on 1st and 10 at the 49. So we're underway in the fourth quarter. 30-12. The scoreboard is updated. I apologize. Into the flat this time. Parcel. Going to lose one. 3rd and 11. Third down and 11 from the 50. 11:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Simons going downfield. It's incomplete. The loop, the intended receiver. Fourth down and 11. May be in trouble on my lead. Get another pencil out here. Hey, Sandra, would you give me a pencil out of the computer bag in there? Pass over the middle is intercepted. Coming back the other way. Still going down a sideline. He might go from about the 30, but he's going to be tackled by Simons, I believe. Dakota Coyne playing a deep safety position, gets the interception. Coyne with the interception. So it's 1st and 10 at the 20. Bettis. That's a short pass for Bettis, 4 yards. Second down and 6. Clock running with 10:32 to go. Indians looking to expand on a 30-12 lead. Popcorn being sold in the grandstands. You can't beat that. And a pass near side. It's Warts. Nope, it's McElroy. McElroy, number 6. McElroy gets the 16-yard completion. So the Pawnee Indians extend their lead. Two-point conversion coming for the Indians. .10:05 to go. Pawnee scores again, their 4th straight touchdown. A 16-yard pass from Ward to McElroy. Ward's going to throw again to the corner of the end zone, and he dropped it. He had to worry about the sideline, trying to stay in, and he drops the pass. So the pass failed for the 2nd time in a row, but it was there. It's 36-12. We'll take a break. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back here as it's 36-12. A 20 or 30, I'll get it right in a minute, 28-point straight run for the Indians as we are moving through the 4th quarter now. Here from Pawnee High School, that was a 16-yard touchdown pass from Ward to McElroy. Pass failed with 10:05 to go. So we're getting ready for the kickoff here. 4th quarter action. Pawnee, as someone just said in the live chat, is flexing their muscles now. Adamako on the tackle, number 22, Aiden Hout on the return. It's going to be 1st and 10, Martinsville to 45 with 10-0 and Adamako on the stop, as I said. 10:01 to go here in quarter number 4. Everybody expects Wart to be the workhorse for this Pawnee Indian squad, and it has been Ward and the passing game that has been the difference today. 1st and 10, Blue Streaks at their own 45-yard line. Simon's under pressure, rolls right, finds a receiver. Oh, knocked down. What a great defensive play. Let's see who that is, Coyne. It is Dakota Coyne breaking it up. Big defensive play there. 9:54 remaining. Second down and 10 from the 45 for the Blue Streaks. Simons throws out to Parcel, and it's incomplete. Parcel wasn't even looking for that one yet. Oh for 4 with an interception in his last 4 passes for Simons. Third down and 10. Now, if they can't convert here or don't get close to a first down and they punt it away, probably at this point it's almost concession, down 36-12. You need 3 touchdowns and 2-point conversions, and now it's going to be a delay a game if they don't use a timeout. They are going to take a timeout, or is Martinsville and the Blue Streaks. So first timeout of the half called from either team goes to Martinsville. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining. Yeah, Kyle, you're right. Pawnee is flexing their muscle for sure. They have found something offensively. I want to say partially because I don't think it was expected. I mean, they've been known to be able to throw the football, but Ward has now thrown the ball 25 times here today, and he's got 239 yards and 3 touchdowns, I do believe. I'll figure that out at the end of the contest, but it has been a healthy dose of passing. He was 11 of 14 in the first half. He's thrown 11 more times here in the second half. So that's where a lot of the success has come. Big run by Coyne. Now they're going to drop back in the safety position, and it's going to be blocked, knocked down. That's Fulton that time. Ethan Fulton brings up 4th and 10. Now he did face guard, but he stayed off the defender. As Wart and Fulton have the dance going on now. I don't know if we caught that on camera or not, but they are strutting their stuff, are the Indians right now. Everything is going their way with 9:39 to go. They are going to go for it. Pretty much in a have-to situation here for Martinsville. Simons got a receiver open. It's Parcel. He's going to go from the 45 to the 40, 15 to the 36, 19-yard completion. So it's 1st and 10. 9:30 to go. Into the flat again. The loop on the catch, but it's a short gain. Looks like they're only going to give him 3, but it is out of bounds and stops the clock. And we'll call it 3. Parcel again, throws into the flat. Oh, big time hit. It's caught. Ward on the hit. The loop on the catch. Nope, knocked incomplete. I thought he caught it, but he did not. It's 3rd and 7. Officials timeout. A loop making his way off as it is warming up a bunch here. There is a nice breeze, but it is warmed up a lot. 9:23 to go. 3rd down and 7. Simons down the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Parcel was the intended receiver. As we continue through here, 9:19 to go, and when Martinsville has the football, I would imagine the clock is not going to move a whole lot unless they complete some passes and stay in bounds. But everything they've done has sent them towards the sideline to this point, except for that pass that went deep down the middle of the field there. 9:19 to go in the fourth quarter, 36-12. Pawnee leads Martinsville in a battle of unbeatens. Kyle Leach was watching with us earlier. He called the Pawnee or the Polo Milledgeville game. Now under distress and brought down in the backfield is Simons. Number 52, Caden Watts, and number 77, Caleb Robinson there on the stop. A loss of 2. Make it a loss of 3 for Simons. And it's a turnover on downs to the Indians with 9:12 remaining. But Kyle Leach, if you're still watching, you covered the Polo Milledgeville game. That game was close in the first half. Polo kind of took control in the second half, and that's kind of what Pawnee has done here to Martinsville today. The home team today, however, was the road team up there, so Polo did it on the road. Pawnee doing it at home on homecoming today, but they have opened up the offense. Wart now on the carry. Spins around, breaks a tackle, breaks another. He might go. He just looked at Simons and lowered his head and said, I am going to run right over the top of you. A 20-yard run for Wart. And a first down for the Indians. A 20-yard gain. He's got 57 yards on 12 carries now. Clock running, 8:33 to go. Wart again. And he just lowers his head, and he is running like a man possessed right now. He isn't trying to miss anybody. He just sees the first white jersey in front of him, lowers his head, and tries to run him over. A gain of 7 for Wart that time. And Wart is just dealing out the punishment now, but he's going to come off the field, as is Coyne. Adamako is in the backfield now. Second down and 3, 7:48, clock running. Fake to Adamako, pass to the flat to Bettis, bounces it through his hands, but he gathers it back up. Makes one man miss, makes another man miss, gives a stiff arm, and all the way down to the 15-yard line. From the 37, actually he's going to go down to the 17, a 20-yard gain. Bettis, what a couple forced misses there by Bettis. And with 7:23 remaining. Clock running. Pawnee threatening to score again. Jaden Adamako in the backfield still with Caden Ward. Wides to the left are 2. Tight end to the near side. Hand off to Adamako. Bounces it out. Cuts it back in. Stumbles a little. And is going to try to stay in bounds. He will stay in bounds. Adamako is going to go for a gain of 5. .6:33 remaining as the clock continues to run here. Wart back in the ball game. Bettis kind of skips out to the right side right there. The Pawnee Indians feeling like right now they can't do anything wrong as they wait for the clock to run down here. 6:10, hand off to Wart. He tries to break a tackle, can't get it done. Parcel on the stop Wart is going to be close to a first down. A gain of 4. 3rd and 1. Clock continues to run. Nothing fancy here, I wouldn't imagine. Of course, it is 2-down territory, so you never know what they might do. Wart beside Ward in the backfield to his right. Coyne, I believe, the wide receiver to the right side. Wart going to have a first down from the 8 down inside the 5 to about the 3. Give him a gain of 5. And we'll give him 4 then. First and goal from the 4. 5:18 as the clock has restarted once the down marker was set. It is a warm day. Everybody on both sides is sucking a little extra air, I think, today. 5:03 remaining. 2 wides far side. Single setback is Wart to the right. He's going to take the pitch to the right, and he's going to be stood up there short of the yard to gain, or I should say short of the line of scrimmage. Out there, number 36, I believe, Hector Herrera, number 22, Aiden Hout, losing 2 on the play, or losing 1 on the play, was Wart. Clock continues to run, 4:25 remaining. Throws to the flats, open receiver. Dakota Coyne is going to catch the 5-yard touchdown pass. Coyne has his 4th reception. So the Indians add another touchdown. It's 42-12, a 30-point advantage. 4:05 to go here in the 4th quarter. Indians starting to pile it on a little bit. Trying to make a statement here. Timeout. Charge to the Indians. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back here as we wait the 2-point conversion after the timeout, as the play took a little too long to get in. As the Indians now try the 2-point conversion. Pass forward and incomplete. Wart tried the 2-point conversion attempt in. Pass failed. 42-12, Pawnee, who trailed 12-8 at the half, and it's been all Pawnee in the second half. Try to see a few comments here. Yeah, Ward is just laying in the leather. There is no doubt about it. For sure, Barron. Patrick McPherson, Pawnee, definitely the class of the south half of the I8FA. Should be fun to watch Milford CP with both Pawnee and Martinsville left there on their schedule. You're right, those could be 2 good games. For sure. And all three of those teams will have another chance to, as Barron says, to mark the measuring stick here and see where they fit in down the stretch. But I think some of the teams up north may be going to take notice of Pawnee after this one. They dominated against South Fork. They're dominating in a different fashion, but as far as using the pass this time instead of the run by Wart, but it's resulting in the same thing. Short kick. Get on the return. The ball's out, and the Indians are going to have it, I think. They will. And guess who comes up with it again? Number 40, Lucas Size. And a fumble on the return by Aiden Hout, who is slow to get up, holding his right shoulder. And it's Indians football with 3:57 remaining. I don't know if you can hear the coaches above us from Pawnee. Goal at this point, they are not touching the ball again. That's the goal at this point. Do not let Martinsville touch the ball again. 1st and 10, Pawnee at the Martinsville 45-yard line. 3:57 remaining here in the football game. (42-12) the score. 3:57 left. Pawnee after a fumble on a kickoff. It's the second kickoff turnover. And they're going to call an illegal procedure on Pawnee. 81 yards. 9 penalties for 81 yards for the Indians today. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 50 now. Ward's going to take the snap, hand off. Nope, going to throw it out in the flat. Coin again. He'll get the 5 yards back and then a plus a couple. A 7-yard gain on the pass play. Second down and 8, 3:30 remaining, clock running. So in order to run the clock out, the Indians will have to at least get 1 first down. If they get 1 and let enough time run before that, they might be able to run it out on the next set of downs. We'll see. End of the ball game, Coy Clark. Ward in motion. Clark's going to keep it and run right up the middle. He's going to be stopped after a short gain by number 11, Brian Hyatt. He's going to go for 3. Clark on the carry. 3rd and 5 for the Indians. That was Coy Clark on the carry. Down to 2:40 remaining. Ward back under center. 3rd and 5. Wart with it, and he slips. No gain on the play. He slips, not touched, but falls down. 4th and 5. Clark exits the game. Into the game, number 77, Caleb Robinson. Ward leaves. Coy Clark comes back with the play. 42-12, under 2 minutes to go now. As they're at the 5 seconds. And 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the play clock. 2, they get it off. Clark's going to keep it. He's going to get a first down. I do believe he has it, and then some. But he does run out of bounds from the 40. They're going to give him 6. Nope, they're going to give him 5. But enough for a first down. First and 10 from the 35. He did run out of bounds, but they started the clock back up. So it will be McElroy coming in late here. Clark coming in as well at the quarterback. Ward will be done. Under a minute to go now. Should take a snap here. A little slow getting the play in, and the play clock ran out, so another penalty and garbage time here. Delay a game. 46.7 seconds. The clock should start when the ball sets. Not sure why they're not waving the clock to start. And that'll do it. The clock didn't start. Now they're going to have to down it one more time. Technically, those are losses of yards, but I'm not going to. They started it just before. So they're going to have to take one more snap. Final score is going to be 42-12. Pawnee gets the big win after being down 12-8 at halftime. They score all the points in the second half, and the defense comes up big, and they get the 42-12 win over Martinsville as the two teams walk at the center field stripe to shake hands on what ended up being a very warm day here in Pawnee. We'll have some stats and coaches' interviews. I believe both coaches are coming up. I know that Coach Tolley will come up. Coach Baird said he'd come up if he remembered. Might be a little harder to remember after a game like today. Second half did not go as they would have liked for Martinsville, that is for sure. So the final score, 42-12. West Carroll leads Orangeville 8-0 with 2:21 to go in the first quarter. As the teams are going to go to their respective locations, have their communications. We'll take a few-minute break here and come back with some stats. You've been watching the Game of the Week for I8FA on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll probably play a halftime interview so I can get some stats done, and then we'll be back. See you in about 4 or 5 minutes.
All right, well, we're here, and welcome back. I'm here with Emily Alden now, and Emily, patient advocate, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
That sounds like a title that encompasses a whole lot. Let's first put it in simple words if you can, and then we'll kind of go in depth with it a little bit.
Yes, as the patient advocate, there is a lot to do in the role. But it's a fantastic opportunity. So generally speaking, I will help patients. I will talk about the service that they have here and just in general measure the patient experience for the entire organization.
Well, speaking of knowing the entire organization, kind of the theme has been everybody knows everybody at MDH because you're a smaller rural hospital. Even though MDH offers a lot, you literally have to probably know everybody or most everybody because you need to know what each thing's going to happen if that patient's dealing with it.
Yes, that's very true. When I first stepped into the role about a year ago, it was really an interesting and fantastic opportunity to get to know all of the departments, how they work together and individually, and just to see the well-oiled machine.
Well, patient care obviously at a hospital is key. You're a key part of that. What is it about patient care at MDH that makes MDH special?
Service excellence internally to provide the best patient care is top of mind here for all of our staff across every single level, every single department, and the organization as a whole. It's a big focus. So we make sure that we take care of our patients, and that way they have the best experience possible. We're very open to feedback. We always want to improve in areas that we can improve. So we always have open ears. We always appreciate the feedback that we receive.
You are working with all departments. And when a patient comes in, let's say they come into the ER and then they come to ICU and then they go to the floor, your job kind of is to let the patients know what you can do, right? Or what you offer, what they can do. Am I missing that? Is that correct?
Yes, actually, our case management department is instrumental with that side of things. Every once in a while, I'll step in and just check in on patients, see how their experience overall is going, to collect that feedback and see if we can implement any changes to make it even better.
So you deal with patients in so many different departments, and really they can go all the way from getting here in the ER to physical therapy on the way out, right?
Yes, absolutely. So MDH has a lot to offer our patients. So while you're here, if you're just running in for some outpatient tests, whether it's lab work or visiting our radiology department, convenience clinic, visiting your primary care provider over at MDH Family Clinic, emergency room, labor and delivery, there are so many different departments that work so well together, and our team is a family. The organization in itself is a family. And so everybody does a great job at trying to understand what departments do that aren't their own, so that way we can make it a seamless experience for our patients.
Well, and then as a patient advocate, right, you just kind of all that together and look at it, right, and then see as patient A comes through, what can we do to make patient B, who might follow them, a little bit better next time?
Absolutely.
So as you do that, what kind of things do you look for? I mean, what I would imagine with MDH, as it continues to improve, you start looking for smaller things, right? So the obvious things are maybe gone. So then you start looking at little things to make the sometimes the worst experience of their life, right, a little bit better as they work through.
Yes, most definitely. So you never know what kind of day somebody's having when they walk through our doors, and you don't know what they're necessarily here for. So it's important to keep an open mind and take a look at what can we ask them that's specific to their experience. Why are they here? Comfort them and make sure that we ask the right questions so that we can purposefully pull out information that we can work on.
Yeah, and I think we've talked a lot about different things from different people. You're, besides Bill, the CEO, you're the one person that kind of helps with, like, it gets your hands in a little bit of everything as far as the patient is concerned. Everybody's talked about it being a family, and you've even mentioned it being a family. Does the fact that everybody knows everybody as far as employees, from the CEO down to the CNAs, does that kind of make your job a little bit easier?
Absolutely. When you're a family, you care about each other, and we are all here for one purpose, and that is to provide the best experience for our patients that we possibly can. So when you are a tight-knit family, it's just great to be, we're a community, a family, a community, and we are here to serve our patients. And when everybody has that one purpose, it's a great feeling.
Well, Emily, I appreciate you stopping and talking to us, and keep fighting for the patients.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
We'll be back after this.
And welcome back here as we are completed with the football game. Hopefully Coach Tolley will find his way up here pretty quickly. Coach Barrett is still on the far side. Not sure if he'll find his way up here. While we're waiting, we'll go over some unofficial stats for Martinsville. 21 carries for just 66 yards. Caden Simons had 12 carries for 50 yards. Gabe Griffin had 3 for 5, and Adam Parcel had 8 for 11. Simons was 11 of 23 for 160 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Parcel had 5 catches for 56 yards. Gabe Griffin had 1 for 20. Evan Seaman had 1 for -3. And that's not incorrect. That's not correct. Hold on just a second. I missed the 35-yarder to Siemens on his stats. Put it on Simons, but I didn't put on Siemens. So he had 2 catches for 32 yards. The Loop had 3 catches for 60 yards. Here's something we didn't. I might have forgot a first down or two, but I only have them for 5 first downs for Martinsville. 10 penalties for 70 yards for Martinsville. A lot of penalties today. Both teams struggled in the penalty department. A couple of them for both sides a little questionable as well. For Pawnee, unofficially 31 carries for 197 yards on the ground. Eric Bettis had 1 carry for no yards. Caden Ward had 7 carries for 24 yards. You could take 10 off that because he did take 2 kneel downs. I didn't take those off, though. Jaden Adamako had 3 carries for 23 yards. Dakota Coyne had 1 carry for 71 yards. Coy Clark had 2 carries for 8 yards. Wart had 17 carries for 71 yards. Caden Ward, the player of the game. These are unofficial, but I have him for 24 of 28. No interceptions, 271 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty good ball game for a kid. Eric Bettis, 8 catches for 74 yards. Now, some of those passes are the little shovel passes forward, technically a pass, and they go for 4 or 5 yards. So the numbers and the percentages look high, but relatively easy passes to complete. Dakota Coyne had 5 catches for 26 yards. Ethan Fulton had 6 catches for 96 yards. And boy, did he make some people miss. So did Bettis on a couple plays. Wart had 3 catches for 54 yards, and McElroy had a touchdown catch for 16 yards. Scoring, we'll tell you the penalties before I go. 10 penalties for Pawnee for 86 yards. 10 for 70 for Martinsville, 10 for 86 for Pawnee. $17 first downs unofficially for Pawnee. 5 of them on the ground. $10 through the air, 6 on the ground, 10 through the air, and 1 by penalty. That's how we shook up here unofficially. And we'll talk about the scoring. At the 10:31 mark of the second quarter, Martinsville got on the scoreboard first on a 35-yard pass from Simons to Seaman. The run failed. It was 6-0 with 10:31 to go in the second quarter. At the 4:36 mark of the second quarter, Pawnee scored their first touchdown on a 1-yard run by Carson Wart. The 2-point run by Wart was good, and the Indians led 8-6. With 10 seconds to go in the first half, Martinsville scored on a 1-yard run by Gabe Griffin. The pass failed, and it was 12-8 Martinsville at the half. Much of the third quarter was back and forth, a defensive struggle, and then somewhere along the way, Pawnee figured something out, and man, did they go on a run. Pawnee, with 4:15 to go in the third quarter, scored on a 15-yard pass from Caden Ward to Carson Wartz. The pass to Clark was good, and it was 16-12. Then with 2:32 to go in the third quarter, Dakota Coyne broke loose on a 71-yard run. The pass to McElroy was good, and it was 24-12 Indians. With 26.6 seconds left in the quarter, Wart ran from 6 yards out. The pass failed, and it was 30-12. In the fourth quarter, with 10:05 remaining in the football game, a 16-yard pass from Ward to McElroy, and the pass failed again. It was 36-12. And then the final score of the game came on a 5-yard pass from Caden Ward to Dakota Coyne. The pass failed again, and it was 42-12. That's the scoring in this one, and hopefully Coach will come up. He's down talking to a few people. Hey, Aaron, can you go down and grab Coach real quick? Remind him to come up. if we can. Get him to come up and talk to us before we break off of here. Barron pointing out in the live chat that things don't get a whole lot easier for the Blue Streaks as they play Milford Cissna Park next week. So they will have to see how they can answer to that. So we have the final here. We're going to wait and see if Coach Tolley is going to come up and talk to us or not. Get him up here for just a few minutes as it's homecoming. I'm sure he wants to celebrate as well. We'll get out of here as quick as we can and let everybody get to their excitement and celebrations here in Pawnee. As I don't know that they could have asked or expected a better contest than that, especially that second half. They flat dominated the second half. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes with Coach Tolley from Pawnee. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back. We have Coach on the headset here. And Coach Tolley, I tell you what, great first half of football to watch. I don't know if there's probably a few things you weren't real happy with. But, man, that second half, I don't know that, other than a few penalties again, I don't think you could have asked for a whole lot more out of your team.
Yeah, that first half especially. I mean, you got to give credit to Martinsville. They played well, I think, the whole game, especially that first half. But, a few penalties that really slowed us down as we were moving the ball, backed us up. And then that Martinsville defense, they're no joke. They stood tall and got a couple stops. And, they played well the first half, and they had our number going in at halftime. But, the message to the boys, and the boys really just took lead of it at halftime. They went into the locker room. We were talking about it. It's just we got to do the little things right. We can't have those penalties and, just play our game. And we saw what happened. They did a great job in that second half.
The first half, the crackback block that they called, I'm calling the play, and I'm like, here comes a crackback block. I saw it coming. I said when I was playing it wasn't even illegal when I was playing, and that's a really hard block to lay off of, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough call. I know that the rule, I believe, says if they're coming back towards the line of scrimmage, it's a penalty. So I think they made the right call there. It's just, it's a tough call to make, and it's a tough block to either make or not make because, he doesn't make that block. We, might get tackled short of the goal line. So, he's just a player trying to make a play and just physical. And
nothing dirty about it at all.
No,
it's just there, right? That's part of football. It happens occasionally.
Yep, and, he was a little upset, but I just told him, you're trying to make a play there, and, the refs got to do their job, and, we just got to be careful when we make those kind of blocks.
10 penalties. I had you for 10 penalties for 86 yards. I had them 10 penalties for 70 yards. A lot of penalties again today.
Yeah, a couple of those are on me, especially there at the end, trying to run the clock out and letting it run too much and not getting the play in fast enough. So a few of those are on me. But, yeah, there's still things we need to clean up. As I keep telling the boys, you can't make 10 penalties in a playoff game because that can win you or lose you a football game.
The penalty, the pass interference penalty that allowed them ultimately to get that touchdown at the end of the first half, they get the ball to start the second half. That could have been a deal breaker for you guys. The way your team responded to that, looking back, is really pretty amazing.
Yeah, as I told the team, I was like, that's another one of those calls. It's just a judgment call, and I think he was there in the right place, just making a play on the ball, and unfortunately the call went against us. but that's what good teams do, and that's how you win these types of games. Is you find yourself down a score or two, you don't change the way you do things. You just respond and next play mentality.
We talked in the pregame about Wart, and I think everybody talks about him. And you said, hey, I've got other people. And I don't know if my stats are accurate, but they're usually pretty close. 24 of 28 for 271 yards and 3 touchdowns for Ward. That's not a bad day.
No, he had himself a heck of a day. He's been doing a really good job of being coachable, growing in our offense, developing as a quarterback, being poised in the quarterback, understanding his reads and his progressions. And I think just over the past few weeks, he's done a great job of not forcing throws and taking the throws that the defense is giving him.
Yeah, you guys do a lot of high percentage stuff, though. The little pass to Bettis on the, that's a pass, whether, it looks like a handoff, but it's a pass. And then a lot of stuff to the flat today, which is pretty high percentage. But, man, Fulton and Coyne and Bettis, they've got a jump stop or a jump step to the left or right. Man, Fulton must have made 10 guys miss today.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Carson definitely, takes the spotlight most of the time, and he rightfully so. He's a great athlete, but all the rest of the players we got out there, as you mentioned, Fulton, Coyne, Bettis. We've got another receiver that, if any of those 3 guys went down, he would fill right in. That's Lucas size, and then our tight end Riley McElroy. I mean, he does a great job. He's down there in the trenches making blocks, and then we dump him out in the flat or down the seam, and he does a great job catching and making a play.
You mentioned Lucas size. How many times have you seen one kid recover 2 fumbles on, or 2 a squib kick and then a fumble on a kickoff? I mean, you don't get to do that 2 times in a season very often. He did it 2 times today.
Yeah, like I said, he's a great kid. He's a great athlete. Maybe a situation in the right spot at the right time, but regardless, he's there at the spot, so he's there to make a play, and he made plays for us, 2 big plays for us.
Well, you talked before the game that the winner of this game could possibly be the number 1 seed in the playoffs. Of course, you've got Milford yet.
Yeah.
So you've got games to play yet. You got to finish the season off. Feel like that your kids made a statement today saying, if we get that number 1 seed, we deserve that number 1 seed the way they played today?
I think so. We had it in the back of our mind this week. We understood the implications with this game. I think we're at the point in the season that they understand the potential this team has, and I think anything short of that potential, it will be kind of a disappointment. Even though we're having a great season, we still got to finish it out. Like you said, we got 2 games. The goal is to go 2-0 in those 2 games, and then it's a whole new season once playoff starts. It's win or go home. So, guaranteed 3 more games, and the plan is to go 3-0 in those games. But we got to continue to get better, work on those things. Too many penalties, and we've got 2 big games coming up before we even get to the playoffs.
So we've seen you twice now here. You've had penalty problems both times. You told me before the game that you're like, well, we haven't had that kind of problem all year long, and then you had it again today. Is it just something about the pressure, or is it the kids maybe playing a little harder than normal?
I think a little bit might be that they're just trying to make plays, and some of those is just maybe a little too physical on the play while the ball's in the air, or coming back and making a block. But it's things we can clean up. And it just comes down to discipline and, things we can fix within practice. But, there's going to –
There'll be days like this. That's what Mama said, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Before I let you go, I kind of giggled Wart that last run or last series that he was kind of in there. He broke a play, and I was calling I think he could have went to the outside and probably could have went the distance. But Simons was right in front of him. And he didn't try to avoid Simons. He just lowered his head, and the next 2 or 3 runs for him, it was just, I'm going to find a white jersey and hit it.
Yeah, I think that's just him being a smart player. We didn't necessarily need a score there. We're just trying to milk the clock and not give them another chance to go down and score. So He's a tough runner to begin with. So I think he was just looking to get yards, get a first down, and keep the clock moving.
Let them know they played him today, tomorrow. Right?
A little bit of that, too.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. Hang out for a minute if you would when we're done. I'm going to end the show right here. So, Coach Tolley, congratulations, and I'm sure we'll see you down the road.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. That'll do it here from Pawnee High School. The Indians get a 42-12 win over Martinsville. We'll be back next weekend with a whole bunch more football. Thanks for watching the I8FA Game of the Week. We'll talk to you again very soon. See you.